Good afternoon. Welcome back to my insanity. Well, I had to take a couple days off because of rain and whatnot, though I did find a couple little minor leaks, which I got taken care of, or working on taking care of. Um, and I came up with this brain idea, you see. I'm doing another redesign because I'm at the point that I can do that because I'm still in the design stage. I haven't committed to anything. So I'm swapping things around again because first off, the windows, let me say that the windows, that foam stuff, it was kind of a waste. Wasted my time and energy. 90% of it came right back off, but that's also because I pretty much have these windows flush. So it didn't really serve as much purpose as I thought it would, but that's okay. It still served a purpose. They're still all right. But then I came up with this idea that, let's see if I can. Oh, there's a perfect way to explain it. There's a perfect way. Because it's angled. What I want to do is cut a hole. Let me turn this around. See here. For my windows, what I want to do is I'm going to cut a hole. And then I'm going to build it out like that. Something like that. Okay? And then, so this part will be flat. That all the sides and the top and the bottom will be fiberglassed around and everything. The front will be fiberglass, and that's where I cut my hole for the windows. So it's going to protrude off the bus a little bit. But the reason I'm doing that, or thinking about doing that, is because these windows are flat. They're flat. They're not beveled. They're not. The windows that came out are a little bit rounded. So because of that roundness, I go, what am I supposed to do? So what I'm going to do is get very creative with it. And I'm going to have it protrude out some. And same over on this side with the long window. Okay, so it's going to come out and boom, 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 right? Now, with that being said, I wanted to what I wanted to do, before I'm going to cut out the holes before I fiberglass. That way, if I make any mistakes, I can fix them with the Bondo and fiberglass before going further into it. Okay, makes sense, right? Then I'm also going to. I've ordered the spray foam insulation that I'm going to put in here, which is going to sturdy up the walls, hold things together, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So I want to kind of get that sprayed in before I cut the holes, so that it's all sturdied up. Because then I'm gonna have to support the opening in the window and everything like that. So that foam will help. But in order to do that, I got to make sure I know where my wires are going, and gotta run wires. I gotta have my outlets. So that's going to slow me down for a bit as far as the windows are concerned. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. So today I'm focusing on, because here's my flaw. I changed things around. So kitchen on the passenger side, bed folded up on that side, and that fireplace, the heat, caddy corner right up through here. Okay, and then the bed there, which 75 comes to somewhere around in here. Then I'd have my closet and dresser drawers, bathroom right there in a little caddy corner, whatever. I gotta measure that out. Couch right there on top of the box for garage area, and all this would be the kitchen area. Caddy corner stove, and the reason I'm doing caddy corner is because I have a countertop has an angle cut in it, and then refrigerator, sink over here, whatever, and then the Craftsman toolbox on wheels. That's going to be my kitchen cabinets, drawers, and pots and pans, and it'll fit on top of the wheel well, and behind it will fit the freshwater tank. So then I can utilize this whole area for my plumbing pump and all that stuff, and my switches. I got to build a little wall there, whatever. But that all be like control central for the water pump and stuff. And And in the back window, the back window is flat, so whatever. I'm gonna put that back window back in and an air conditioner in it. So I'm gonna raise that window up higher, and I put a window unit underneath it, or maybe I got to measure that out. I might put it up top on top of it or below it. I don't know yet. Maybe put the window up higher and put it below it, only because I don't know. I'll make my mind up on that. I still got a little bit of time, but I do want to get this floor done. Because I'm going to put down the Luan and my linoleum, and then going to seal it all up around the edges, and then put paper down on top of it so I don't mess up my floor while I'm in here working. But the reason I'm building on top of the vinyl is everybody spills stuff. I can't even tell you how many beers I've already knocked over in this thing. So everybody spills stuff. Well, I don't want it to get down into my subfloor and start rotting out my subfloor. So I'm gonna seal it all up, and thing will evaporate at some point. And this padding is insulation is waterproof. So that way it won't rot out my floor. And once I build up on it, anything that comes in contact with it, I'm going to seal it up as well. But let's face it, you're never guaranteed to be on 100% flat ground, and whatever. And all my electrical is going to go kind of over in this area. What battery banks down there, and I got my power inverter and my switches and all that stuff over here. Power inverter. I decided to not mess around, so I went big boy. On it because I wanted to. Now keep in mind, I'm not taking my solar DC power and making it AC. I'm taking my DC power charging it from the motor and the alternator to two separate battery banks, and those individual battery banks, one at a time, will supply the inverter. So when one starts to go, flip over to the other bank and keep on rocking, and it can all be charged with DC to DC charger, plus I have a decent alternator and all that stuff in there. And then the DC power is just going to be two kinds of DC power. The DC power that's just in the bus, like these lights. Okay, you open up the door, these lights come on, right? I'm going to have those wired just the way they were. Then and so that's going to be bus or chassis power, DC power, and then there's going to be solar power that is going to charge another battery, right? And then I'm going to have those DC lights and things up there as well. The water pump is DC. It's going to be over there. I'm moving around a lot. I'm sorry. DC pump's going to be over there. So there's stuff that's going to run off of DC. I'm going to put in a couple DC outlets for charging phones and laptops or whatever. And there's going to be outlet on the outside speakers, outside shower. It's probably going to put that on that side because I can house the water heater on-demand thing somewhere within the bathroom realm or something like that. I got to figure that one out too. Maybe right there. Anyhow, but then I'll have the outdoor shower out there, and so that's where we are with it right now, and see how much I get done today. But yeah, so right now that's what I'm gonna work on, is getting that heater figured out and getting it up onto a shelving apparatus so it'll fit in there at the caddy corner and look all nice and pretty, and then I'll go from there. Because all right, y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna get to work.